Afternoon, it's your old pal Wilson. I'm just sat in the laundrette, just doing my best Nick Cave impression. I'm not. Look, trousers are on. Well, half of them. Got myself some shorts. Anyway, you good? You well? How's it going? Sorry about last week's Thursday therapy, and this one going up a day late. I'm trying my best to keep up with it all the technology. Yeah, I thought I'd loaded it and then it didn't, and then it because we have to go via something else, and you know, I try not to say the words. I'm a bit of a technophobe. I'm not. I just need a bit of guidance now and again, and every now and again I get it wrong, and because my brain is just got like, I'm always running around like in my head, just like, oh yeah, do that all over the shop. I go, right, that's done, and then I bugger off, and then producer Paul goes, it's not done. I'm like, that was hours ago. He's like, yeah, I don't know what you've done, but you haven't done the thing. And you're like, and so anyway, ended up a week later. Anyway, and now I'm sitting in the laundrette, having a nice time. The camera's up there, they probably wonder what I'm doing. Trousers on. So I was talking the other day, right, to, who was I talking to? Oh, my fucking brain. Talking to someone, and we were talking about the things that wake you up at night. You know, the things you're in the shower and suddenly, oh God, remember they said that thing, or you did that thing, and we were talking about it. They're going, the thing is, those things now, right, are just a memory. They're just a memory, and probably just your memory. The person that unless it was something really bad, then obviously they remember what a prick you were. And I know there's a few people in my life that absolutely think I'm a prick, and rightly so. I was, and I'd freely admit it. I was a fucking dickhead when I was younger. Always felt like the world owed me something weirdly. I didn't know this until later on, and I've had therapy, and because I was upset that I kept being a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? And so yeah, we were talking about that, and you know, you're not that person anymore, right? That's the other thing as well. You're not that person. Especially if you did something when you were younger. The person that, if they do remember it at all, they remember you as a kid, or remember you as blah blah. They don't remember this. This aged old man, not older man, sitting in a laundrette washing his smalls. They don't think about that. They think about the little kid that was a prick. So you've got to try and do that. What we were talking about, we were like, right, so what you need to do is try and bin off those memories. I know I do. When I get them, I kind of go, oh, right, I don't have space in my brain for that anymore. I felt bad about it for ages. There's nothing I can do. It's in the past. I've learned from it. Going forward, I've been a better person. Or I try to be a better person. And I'm hopefully not doing those stupid, pricky things anymore. You know, there's things at the minute. I've decided I'm probably going to stop hugging people. Now that sounds weird the way I've put it like that. But what I mean is, you know, when you say hello to people and they go, "Hey, how you doing?" Because the last few times it's been a bit awkward. Not because they didn't want it. It's just that, you know, like you go in a bit weird and you go back, and then I feel weird, and then I'm like, all right. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to take myself out of that hugging game altogether. And just kind of, I'll shake your hand, fist bump or whatever. Unless you want to hug, then I'll hug you. But I think I'm going to take myself out of it because it makes me feel weird. You know what I mean? I'm just a bit more aware of it. I think as I'm older as well, I'm just a bit more aware. I don't want to be seen as like a fucking touchy-feely dude. So take myself out of the hugging game. Unless you want to hug, then we'll have a hug, all right? But I think I'm out. Fist bumps and all that caper, because that was bothering me. It's always a bit weird, it's always a bit awkward. I had a chat with not name dropping, Craig Parkinson the other day, right? He's a friend of my wife, so we were at a barbecue and he was there, and he was Doc Cotton in Line of Duty, right? Top dude, and we bumped into each other in the gym a couple of weeks ago, and we first saw each other and we went, oh, Rich, we sort of know each other from online. We had this weird hug in the gym. And then the second time I saw him, he was on like I don't know what it was, on the equipment. He was sat down, I was stood up. I walked by and we're like, dude. And we took our headphones out. And then we were a bit weird. And I kind of bent down and hugged him, like, just kind of climbed on him. And I don't know him that well. We only know each other sort of online, and then it just happens that he's a friend of Kate's friends. So it's just weird. Anyway, so we saw him at a barbecue the other day, and we were chatting, and and this came up, and we were laughing, and he went, yeah. He goes, I thought it was a bit weird, like when I first saw you, he goes, I just went in for a hug, and then I'm like, oh, that might have been a bit forward. And I was like, no, I know what you mean. I said, that wasn't the worst one. The worst one is where I climbed on top of you. So at least we were able to have that conversation. But yeah, all these other things that you've done in the past that keep you up at night, you know. I mean, yeah, you should have. If you've been a total wanker, you know, which I have. I'm no angel. I'm trying my best to be better. But there's stuff in the past where I was a selfish arsehole. I've got a selfish streak in me that I'm aware of. I'm always aware of it after, like, because when it's happening, you don't really realise. You think you're right, and you should, yeah, absolutely, blah blah blah. But it's not till afterwards, or someone points it out, and they go, "All right, mate, you've been a bit of a dick." And you go like, "Oh shit, yeah, sorry, I didn't realise." I know it's in me, so I'm aware. I really try not to be. It's a selfish streak a mile wide sometimes, and it gets the better of me now and again, and I have to be aware of it. So there's things connected to my past that I was like, fuck. I didn't kill anybody, I didn't molest anyone, but you know, just my behaviour in relationships and things like that, I was a fucking dick, selfish. And but you know about that. If you listen to the podcast, which you do, you wonderful patrons, you'll know I've talked about it already, so I won't bore you with all that shit again. But yeah, some things I'm like, oh, I want to contact that person and apologise, but you're like, no, do you know what? They've moved on. Last thing that they want is you popping up and going, oh, I'm really sorry, because then again, that's selfish as well. You're putting it on them again. And they're like, oh, I forgot all about you, you prick, and now you're popping up. Oh, what? Now you want me to say to accept your apology, and so that you get some sort of closure? Go fuck yourself, and rightly so. So all you can do, I feel, you don't have to take this on board. It's up to you, but I feel you just got to put those things behind you. You know this. You're not idiots. Put it behind you. This is just fresh in my head because we were talking about it the other day. It's just in your head, isn't it? It's just they're just memories that you can't do anything about. It's the past. No point in that. And as you know, regret is worrying about the past. Anxiety is worrying about the future. So there really isn't any point. You know, anxiety maybe, worrying about the future a little bit, but you might as well just focus on now, where you're at now. Be a better person. Don't worry about all the shit you did in the past. It's the past. It's done, it's gone. Like my mate said, it's just a memory now, and you're probably the only one that remembers it. You know, there's probably they say you don't remember it as how you are now. So stop beating yourself up. Just know that going forward, you've been a better person. You've done things for people. You've put yourself out. You've been aware of your own faults and failings, and you're trying to improve. And that's all you can do. You've got to, be kind to yourself. There's no point punishing yourself for shit you've done in the past. You've got to make amends if you can, or just make amends by being decent to everybody, and not being that fucking prick that you were all those years ago. So, now and again, as my wife said, my lovely wife Kate, now and again the thing's going to pop up that'll make your arsehole wink. But you just got to put it to one side. You're a good person. You're listening to a mental health podcast. So it just goes to show that you want help. Not want necessarily help, but you want, you're looking to improve, which is what I'm looking to do. You're never finished. Like we've said many times on the podcast, there's no destination. You just go through life trying to improve, trying to be better. You're gonna fuck it up because there's no such thing as a perfect human being. We're dickheads and we're heroes. Different times of the day, different times of the week. Depends how much sleep you've had, depends how much your blood sugar levels, just unhappy in general, you're a bit skint or whatever. You're going to be a bit of a dick sometimes, but don't worry about it. You have to just brush yourself off and go, sorry, I was a bit of a dick then. I do that quite a bit actually. When I'm like, listen, I was a bit off then because I'm just tired and I'm doing this. I'm just worried about blah blah blah. It's a bit clunky, but it works. It works to say to people, listen, do you know what I mean? Sorry about that the other day. I just don't want to get involved in any bollocks anymore as well. I'm hearing things about certain people that are in my life, and I'm like, oh, do you know what? I ain't got the energy for you. If you're fucking up your own bits and bobs, and that's on you. I've tried my best, but you know what I mean? Give us a shout when you've finished fucking yourself up, and I'll be there for you. You can only do so much, you know. You got to look after yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Put those memories to bed, you know. Just say, I actually say physically, I'm like, can we not think about that again? And it does the trick. So, yeah, do that to yourself. Be kind. It's got a reflection in my glasses. I apologise. Yeah. Fuck those memories off. That's what they are. They're memories. It's a shit thing that happened in the past. You were a prick. Forget about it. You said that weird thing to that person once. You know, like we say hello weirdly, or we do whatever, and you're gonna do that. But there's no point keeping on about it. Just it's probably gonna happen again. You're gonna call, you know, you'll call a work colleague mum or whatever. It's gonna happen. But be kind to yourself and bin those memories off. Anyway, look, it's a nice weekend this weekend. Weather's out, sun's out. Weather's always out. You know what I mean? I'd be a terrible weatherman. Oh, the weather's out. Anyway, here's Bob with the news. Yeah, just get out in the sun, get some vitamin D. I'm down in Worthing now, so I'm not down. I'll be down in Monday. So if you're coming down, come down Monday. Come down to Worthing. Come and have a wander. You'll probably see me walking the dog. We've got my friend's dog, Lucy, at the minute. Raffles, lovely fella. So yeah, come to Worthing. Come and have an ice cream. We'll be on the seafront, mucking about. I'm in Leeds tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Leon Sea tonight, which is always lovely. Leeds tomorrow. Where am I Sunday? Banbury I'm in Banbury. Banbury and Banbury. At the Attic in Banbury, so come to that. If you're around, if you see this, then you might not watch this yet. If you're watching this after Bank Holiday Monday, the last one of May, you've missed these gigs. So I apologise. Anyway, whittering on now. This is your old pal Wilson saying, take care of yourself. Bin those memories off, because that's all they are. And be kind, all right? Even if you're a prick, all right? Love you all. Take care.